Hello, welcome back to the Castos YouTube channel. I'm Craig Hewitt. Today we're going to be talking about repurposing your podcast content with a built-in free integration inside the Castos platform to allow you to create audiograms for every podcast episode that you publish. So first of all, what's an audiogram? Well, an audiogram is typically a square image with captioning running across the bottom of the screen and a little waveform dancing as it goes. So it's an animated still image kind of asset or representation of your podcast episode, typically used on social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn to share your show with your potential audience and expand kind of the reach of your podcast in a kind of visually interesting way. Audiograms were quite popular before the rise of short video clips and really popularized the visual representation of your show on social media. Now, while most of us are creating video and short video clips for our show, I still think there's a very, very clear place for audiograms just to create a bit of a different twist on your content, a different way to reach your audience. This is one of the real kind of paradigms and cornerstones of just content in general and how and where we share it is we want to reach and meet our audience where they are. We don't want to make them consume video if they're not video people. And it may be that your ideal listener persona doesn't want to watch video, right? And in that case, we want to create assets for social media to promote our podcast like audiograms so that we can meet them kind of on the platform of their choosing and in the medium or the mode that they want to consume our content in. Okay, so let's dive into the Castos platform and see how with our native integration with Headliner, we can create audiograms entirely for free on Castos Growth and Pro plans. Here in the Castos dashboard, you can see a couple of our podcasts, and we'll dive into the Audience podcast, kind of our cornerstone show, and see our last episode here. What we're going to do is click the little link icon to the right, and then you can see, you can embed the player, you can link to the file, but you can also create a video for this using Headliner. So we'll do this, and what it will do is launch a separate tab in your browser, which will bring up the Headliner app. And Headliner is just another piece of software that we have integrated into the Castos platform to allow you to create beautiful looking audiograms entirely for free if you're on Castos Growth and Pro plans. So all it's doing here is it's taking the audio file from Castos and it's rendering it in a way where we can edit this and create a visual representation of it. Cool. So it's re-encoded the file here. And what we're able to do is out of this rather short episode, we can only see that, episode's only about 10 minutes long. We can listen through and trim and pick the best parts of this that we want to then transcribe and caption, so the words are at the bottom of the screen and the waveform will be dancing across the screen as well. So I'm going to take a few minutes, we'll fast forward this, to listen through to the episode, pick the best kind of 30 to 60 second clip that I want, and we'll see what the result of that is like. So what I'm doing here is I found a clip that I want, I've zoomed in, and now I want to find the very beginning of this and trim off some of this kind of white space we have in the transition just before this. So I like that one. So I'm going to, it's moving on to another part of the clip here. I'm going to bring the kind of trailing end of the selector here. Okay, so I've selected a clip that is 38 seconds. To me, that's perfect. I like things between kind of 30 seconds and a couple minutes. So this one is great. It is one speaker, which I think is always a little easier too. And so we'll say, great, let's do this. I want to turn captions on because I want the words on the screen. And in the next screen here in Headliner, we're able to choose kind of the template. Headliner has a lot of really great looking templates here. I want to pick something that matches the brand, kind of the look and the feel of Castos in this case, and of my show. And so I will pick something that is pretty expressive because we like to be pretty expressive. So I like this one, actually. This one's pretty cool. Captions will be at the bottom. The episode title will be up here at the top. This already matches kind of the look and feel of our show. So just out of the box, I like basically everything about this. This matches my brand. I like the layout. And I'm going to say create. So we'll open the advanced editor where we're able to see the captioning that it's transcribed for us, be able to edit that if it mistranscribed any of the words, moved any of the bits around. It's bringing in the cover image from our RSS feed and from the integration with Castos, and really just kind of taking the template, customizing it for our wants and needs, and creating the audiogram, all just in a couple of minutes. And you saw just a couple of clicks of the button. Okay, so this is loaded up here. You can see we have the text at the left, and I can edit any of this. And we have the timeline editor, kind of typical video editing setup here. I'm going to start this and just make sure that I like the general kind of gist of it, and then I might tweak some of the words as we go. Cool. I like it. The only thing I'm going to change is I want my image to be here, and it's not right now. So what we want to do is replace the placeholder image here with the cover image of our show. So we will click on the timeline down here, and it brings up this image here, and we'll just say replace. And I have just freshly downloaded another image cover because I always lose it. Great. And so I can see this is properly cropped here. I want to add this to the video, and we can see this will be full length. So it's going to run the whole 38 seconds of this. Great. Okay. So if I bring the timer back to the beginning, I can just kind of preview the whole thing again.
Shows us to be mediocre. And you have to really work to make.
Great. Okay. So I like it. It has everything that I want. You know, what I might say is not new episode, say new episode of Audience is live. Okay, so new episode of Audience is live, just a little branding, have the image, the colors here already match with a lot of the kind of vibe and style of the Castos style, and the captionings were spot on the first time, so I don't have to do anything to replace those, so that's great. So I like this, it's good to go from my perspective. I'm going to export this, great, and I will get an email when this is ready. I do want to keep this open for the next couple of minutes so this can process. In the meantime, you can go, create a social media post, get this ready, and then you'll get an email once this is ready that you are able to download this as a short video file, and you upload this to a social media scheduling tool like a Buffer or a Hootsuite, or generate this and publish directly to a social media platform of your choice like Instagram. I hope this is helpful in walking through how you can create audiograms entirely for free in Castos Growth or Pro plan. If you have any questions, hit us up. We have a little bubble in the bottom right-hand corner of every screen of your Castos dashboard. And I hope this helps you kind of see how you can make your content go a little further by repurposing audio-only content into a visual representation of your show with Castos integration with Headliner to create beautiful-looking audiograms to grow your show and get a bigger audience. Until next time.